Danny.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, this definitely is far cousin. But of course, AMJ was continuing on the jackpot lists of over at Katie O'Leary's with $1,173 going to AMJ. Nice job to you. Drumskeet, a big-time player, taking away a big-time jackpot over at the Underground Bar and Grill. They took home $5,330, looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Double D was up next. It was over at Our Place on third, and they won $841. Nice job to you. Super, continuing on all these crazy jackpots over at the Municipal Liquor Store in Mapleton. They won $981, looking pretty crazy. But that is not going to be rivaling this next jackpot because it was by far the biggest of the day and probably even the week. It was El Mundi over at the Handlebar with $80,408. Nice job to you taking away that huge mega jackpot. Definitely a good one to win on a nice Tuesday. But continuing it on, still in the thousands, it was Pokey over at American Legion Long Prairie. They took home $1,060, looking pretty good. But then another big-time Pilot Games player, we got Mad Dog over at Boudreaux's Bar, taking away $659. And then Grandma D over at Tinker Bay Bar and Lanes finished off the jackpots of the day with $828. But we do have a winner.
That's right. Bob Barker is over at Howie Sports Bar and Grill. They're taking home $21.60 on this first Moscow. Nicely done in this round number one. We're about to get enrolled in our game number two with that minor prize officially clicking up to 54 balls or less. It's a nice jackpot already, closing in on hopefully $200 as we get enrolled in the next round. So make sure you guys grab those iPads and get enrolled in the next 2.5 minutes. Now, if you're looking to take home some jackpots other than our regularly scheduled bingo, we got some great games that you guys can check out. Just about 2 weeks ago, we released an awesome game. It's actually a re-release as it's back and better than ever. It's called Finnegan's Gold. You can check out those e-tabs on any of your iPads at any time. Finnegan's Gold is great because it's got 4 different bonus rounds that you guys can play. There's an instant win, a wheel bonus, a balloon bonus, and even a free play round that you guys can win as well. If you head on over to that free play, if you unlock more grids of symbols, that will lead to even more prizes. It's definitely a lot of fun and looking to get some great cash in your pocket before the St. Patty's Day season kicks off.
100%. But if you want to keep up with everything to do with Pilot Games, give us a like and follow on our Facebook page. All you got to do is search up Pilot Games and you'll see our logo. That way you can see weekly bingo schedules, event details and reminders, big progressives and jackpots and stuff, player pictures, and a lot more than that too. You can also click the website link on our Facebook to see our link tree. It has links to bar locations, other social media pages like Twitter and Instagram, and a lot more than that too. So definitely check us out on Facebook. It is definitely a hub of information for us.
Oh, absolutely. But if you want to know what we're running through each and every day with our bingo schedule, we're going to let you know because right now you're playing the first games that we offer each and every day. That's our game day bingo. We're going to be here live with you guys from 12 all the way until 1 p.m. And we're going to be playing through 12 rounds of these games. As you can see, we have an awesome minor, major, and a mega prize on the line for you guys. And then right at 1 p.m., John and I are going to let you guys loose, and you're going to jump into your first round of Lucky 4 bingo. And that has over $88,705 on the line that you guys will definitely not want to miss out on. It's only going to lead you right into some uninterrupted and unhosted game day bingo that runs from 1 all the way till 4 p.m. Whatever these big progressives lay off at 1 p.m. after we're done playing through, that's what you get to pick right back up and continue on playing all the way till 4 p.m. That's when our happy hour show is going to kick off, and that's when your second opportunity at Lucky 4 bingo is. If it doesn't go out at 1 p.m., it might even be closing in on $89,000 for you guys to be playing for. So make sure you guys are coming out for that happy hour stream tonight.
100%, because we got not only 2 chances of Lucky 4 bingo to end off the day, but we also got a ton of Skull bingo to be playing all the way from 4 to 6 p.m. During that time, you can get a chance at the line prize. It's starting off the night at $111 and 10 balls or less to win. The large frame jackpot is over $2,820 and 43 balls or less to win. And the coverall jackpot right now is over $5,000. It's looking really good. Right now it's at 50 balls or less to win like it always is. So definitely try and get a chance at all 3 of those jackpots on the Skull Bingo $1 cards. But the fun does not end there because, like I said, we got 2 games of Lucky 4 Bingo. One to kick off the happy hour and one to end things off right. Right at 6 p.m. you can get a chance at the 3rd and final game of Lucky 4 Bingo for the day. So if those 2 other chances did not yield that huge jackpot, you can get that final chance at it. But right afterwards, we continue on the night with some game day bingo all the way from 6 to 7 p.m. During that time, the minor, major, and mega prizes are all available, moving on from whatever they were at the end of the little slant that we got from 1 to 4 p.m. But the night still does not end there, because we got another PGL specialty night to throw at you guys, continuing on from last night, MegaSota game night. Before I get into what we got going on tonight, MegaSota game night just happened. It was just last night, and that was why we had so many crazy jackpots. It starts at 6:40 like it does every single Tuesday, so definitely try and get a chance at some of those PGL games, including the grand finale game of Jackpot Jungle. On the coverall jackpot for that game, it's available in 54 balls or less to win, and you could get a chance at $13,000 next Tuesday when it rolls around again. But tonight, we are continuing it with Wild Wednesday. Because it goes from 7 to 9 like it does every single Wednesday, we got a lot of other great PGL games during this time, including those high and low tournament games, where the biggest winner is actually winning the same prize as the biggest loser. Makes for some pretty interesting standings to get into, so definitely check out all the games that we got going on tonight for Wild Wednesday, because at the same time, we're sending over a little bit of luck to our Minnesota Wild. But we do have a couple winners. We got Rich over at Black Bear Lodge and Saloon, and Nan over at Corky's Bar in South Haven. Both of them splitting up $26 on the must-go prize. Nice job to you two.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That was round number 2. We got round number 3 on the horizon with that minor prize only continuing to grow. I think this is officially the time it's going to be hitting over that $200 mark. But if you guys plan on coming out tonight or any of our specialty nights that we have to offer here at Pilot Games, you need to head on over to pgl.world and sign up. That way you can earn those PGL points. But as you guys get enrolled in the next 2.5 minutes, we're going to jump into some national days with you guys. And our first one is a pretty important one, as it is National Horse Protection Day. National Horse Protection Day on March 1st highlights the plight of horses in America and beyond. The day aims to help thousands of unwanted horses in this country to find forever homes.
Yeah, I know, it's a really big deal. I know they're kind of teetering, they've been teetering on kind of the edge of endangered and all that stuff. And it's really important because every day, more of their environment is lost. I mean, just straight up, to farmland, to cities, just to modern development in general. It's a really big deal that definitely needs a lot more attention and a lot more educating about. So definitely look into all the different resources surrounding National Horse Protection Day. And again, if we are all about charity here, so definitely look into some cool charities that you can donate to as well, because horses are super important.
Absolutely. Happy National Horse Protection Day.
But of course, up next, we got another awareness day, and this one's very important as well. It's Self-Injury Awareness Day. This day on March 1st of each year focuses on increasing education and support on a misunderstood problem. And yeah, I mean, that put it very, very well, to be honest. It is a very much misunderstood problem because, I mean, nobody really knows what each other is going through. You know what I mean? So it's definitely very important, like this day says itself, to educate yourself about it and support those around you because it is, again, very misunderstood.
Absolutely. Happy Self-Injury Awareness Day. Next up, we have one that I know you guys are all celebrating out there right now, as it is National Minnesota Day. On March 1st, the land of 10,000 lakes is recognized on National Minnesota Day. So let's look up some fun facts about dear old Minnesota.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like we talk about Minnesota facts all the time. So let's take a look. I'm going to try and find some...
I will not rest until I go to the Minnesota State Fair at least once in my life.
Oh, 100%, man. I 100% agree with that. But
I need to try their chocolate chip cookies more than anything.
I was about to say, the main reason I would want to go is purely just because of the food.
To eat my way around it, 110%, 100%. It looks amazing. I get videos on my social media. We do a highlight here when it comes close in the summer to talk about where you can find all the different creations there at the Minnesota State Fair. It just seems incredible.
No, I agree 100%. But so we do have some fun and also some unbelievable facts about Minnesota. And to start it off, I feel like this is kind of one of those things, if you live in Minnesota, you might know it.
Yeah.
So there are 69,200 miles of rivers and streams in Minnesota. That is enough to circle the equator almost 3 times, 2 3/4 times. So that's pretty crazy. Yeah.
That's cool.
That's a lot of rivers and streams. So
yeah,
you could circle around the world quite a few times there. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, we actually knew about this one. Minnesota produces more turkeys each year than there's people in California.
Yep.
So very, very important to the Thanksgiving
Isn't
holiday.
is it cow or deer as well? Something about their cattle.
I think it's deer and cow.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like there's a lot of animals in Minnesota. Definitely raise an animal army, I feel like.
Oh, for sure.
Let's see. Oh, yeah. And then there's another one that kind of rivals the population. Minnesota has one recreational boat per every 6 people. That is over 909,000 boats, which equals more than the population of South Dakota and North Dakota, too.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Apparently, it said that Minnesota is shaped like an anvil, and I actually do see it.
Yeah, no, I want to. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can see it. Kind of like a
Yeah.
rough anvil. 100%. I like it. Well, Minnesota, the deer one, we got to that fact again.
Right on.
Minnesota has over 3 times more white-tailed deer than college students. That is insane. Just a lot of deer. I feel like we got the same thing going on in Michigan, though. It is an insane amount. Oh.
Yeah, the population in Minnesota is over 5.7 million, making it the 22nd most populated state between Colorado and South Carolina.
That is insane. And then, again, getting back to the cow thing, just because we were talking about it,
Yes.
3 million cows live in Minnesota. That is more cows than there are people in 20 different states. That is insane.
That is really cool.
Oh, and then the Mall of America, another Minnesota favorite. Over in Bloomington, it's big enough to hold 32 Boeing 747 airplanes.
That's
And
right.
It is like huge in there. I can see that. But before we go further, we do have Rich over at Black Bear Lodge and Saloon taking away $27 on the must go. Nice job to you, Rich. But yeah, definitely some cool stuff going on with the Minnesota fun facts. Oh, it looks like we might be lagging a little bit on our stream, so if you guys are having trouble, definitely check out our Player Connect app. That's usually the most reliable way you can get on the stream. And Twitch, YouTube are also ways that you can watch the stream too.
Yeah, absolutely, Ben. Keep us updated throughout the next game. If we are still lagging and having some technical difficulties, we'll take a quick break and make sure that everything is calibrated correctly for you guys. But on to some more Minnesota fun facts. And this one is very cool because even though the state is known for its Germanic and Scandinavian heritage, Minnesota is actually has the largest Somali population outside of Africa, as well as one of the largest among populations in the U.S. Is that how you say that?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's I'm not sure where that is. Here, let me see. That might be another African. Oh no, it's an indigenous group based in Southeast Asia.
I was gonna say I didn't know if it was Southeast Asia or.
Wow, that's really crazy.
Yeah.
So apparently Minnesota has a huge population.
That's
of them.
very cool.
That's really, yeah. I mean, I feel like Minnesota is pretty diverse, especially when you get like near the Minneapolis
Twin Cities,
and stuff.
yeah.
Just because I don't know, it's super big there. So
Yeah, absolutely. It's a lot more diverse.
yeah, that's really cool to see. I didn't actually know that, especially about the Somali population too. So that is really cool stuff to see. But speaking of diversity, the state has 11 different Native American nations. The Upper Sioux, the Leech Lake, Prairie Island, the Lower Sioux, the Shakopee, Mill Locks, Boys Fort, Grand Portage, Red Lake, Fond du Lac, and White Earth. Today, they make up only 1% of the state's population. But yeah, I mean, that's really cool to see.
That's really interesting. I never knew that Fond du Lac was a Native American nation. There's a bunch of things named after this in my hometown in Michigan.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
It's really crazy stuff. I mean, like you see it with a lot of even last names that they hold too. I know even my partner has a different last name as well, just because of the colonialism and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, that's cool to see that there's still like 11 different nations going strong. So that's really awesome stuff to see.
Yeah, the state name Minnesota comes from a Sioux word called sky-tinted water or cloudy water.
Oh, that's pretty cool stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of lake water and stuff in Minnesota. But let's see, what else have we got going? Oh, speaking of lake water, Minnesota stocks its water with over 256 million fish on average per year. That's enough to give 4 out of 5 people in the U.S. a fish. That is insanity.
Very cool.
Oh, 100%.
It was also dubbed the state of hockey.
I like it. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Oh, we were talking about the Minnesota State Fair earlier, and the Minnesota State Fair back in 2015, they logged 1,779,000 visitors, which is enough to fill the Viking Stadium more than 24 times over again. That is crazy. Yeah,
I
because
want to go so bad.
they got 65,000 people that they can cram into that stadium. That's pretty insane. I couldn't imagine that many people in one place. But of course, before we go further, we do have balls rolling around on this game. We got the must go at $33.50. The minor jackpot is over $272 and 58 balls or less to win. That major is at $2,400 and 50 balls or less to win. And the mega jackpot is at 10 grand and 45 balls or less to win.
It is said that the most popular food at the state fair is corn. I would have expected it to be is it Miss Martha? I don't know the name.
The cookies.
Yeah, Sweet Martha's. I thought it was Miss Martha. Sweet
Okay.
Martha's cookies. I see everywhere that you get a bucket of cookies and it's got a refillable milk on tap thing for you to have cookies and milk.
That's crazy. Well, it was the highest grossing state fair food. So
I'm going to say this is like what the state fair attraction I see the most
Yeah.
is Miss Martha's
Yeah, so
or Sweet Martha's.
it probably makes the most money, but like corn is cheap. You know what I mean? So I feel like they might hand out like the most corn.
And actually, do you remember? I think I might have asked us to go to a Sweet Martha's when we were in Minnesota. When I asked to go to the dessert shop on one of our last days of a trip. I can't remember if it was what trip it was on. Now that we've been on a couple, but we haven't been able to make it there quite yet. But you get this bucket.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, they look like good cookies to be honest. Oh, that's a super fun like little store they got too. That's really cool.
And they have like little taps where you can get your milk.
Oh, that's super fun.
Yeah,
But
love it.
I gotta hand it to corn though. To be honest, I am definitely a corn kind of guy.
See,
so.
when I go to fairs, I'm like a pickle gal.
Yeah.
Like, I want to get one of those, like, either big pickles. I want to try if
Well,
they've got crazy spicy ones, whatever. Like,
Before we go further on, though, we do have Hungover, Rich over at Black Bear Lodge, Legion Girl over at VFW Shakopee, No Show over at Meek Pete Sports Bar, and Hungover playing at One More Club. All of them splitting up $33 amongst themselves. Nice job to you guys. But yeah, I mean, I agree. Like, pickles are so good. They do them up in so many different ways so they can get a lot of different variety and stuff like that. But I gotta say, like, I still have to give it to corn just because of how like versatile it is.
Yes.
You know, with fair foods, like straight anything that's fried, it's corn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's all in that cornmeal type
Yep.
stuff. Corn dogs is super
oh,
good.
corn dogs.
Dude, I'm sure they probably have those fried corn bites where it's literally just corn like wrapped in corn batter.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
I used to get those, like, baked corn kernel, like, chips. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, like
They're
the
like
crunchy
corn
little
nibs or
yeah.
whatever.
Did you ever have the wasabi ones?
No, I got like
Yeah.
the smokehouse ones and stuff, like the
Nice,
really
nice.
savory ones.
Yeah.
They were so good, and my dad would make them too. Like, he would like
Yeah.
bake them and make them zesty.
I feel like they're
So
probably
good.
better homemade. to
They
be
were
honest. Yeah.
so good. Oh my gosh, yeah, like just these
Yep.
baked.
Yeah, they're
And
good, dude.
There was somebody that lived in Detroit that homemade a whole bunch of these also that we'd always have in the house.
That's
and we'd have
awesome.
like one of those, like, you know, like the big popcorn bags.
Yeah.
It would be like that full of
Oh,
them.
That is awesome. I gotta say, I think one of my favorite like baked little seeds or niblets like that is like pumpkin seeds. Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
pumpkin
love
seeds
a
are
good
so
baked
good.
niblet.
Oh, 100%, 100%. But like I remember we made them homemade one time, and we had like Worcestershire.
Yeah, Worcestershire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we have
You can
Worcestershire.
say Shire if you want, but
The Shire. I'm a Lord of the Rings dude. But yeah, I mean, we put that on there and it was super good. We had a lot of different other little seasonings on there, and they were just, I don't know, they were real tasty.
so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like ranch ones as well.
But maybe you guys can check in, let us know what your favorite little snack or like fair food is
Yeah.
from the Minnesota Fair, because we definitely would love to hear some recommendations.
I will be making my way there soon.
100%. But happy National Minnesota Day, everybody. It's definitely a good one to celebrate. But moving on to the next national day, it is National Dadgum That's Good Day. This day ushers in a season of satisfying seasonings, cooking, and overall good time spent with family. The phrase is much more than just a Southern phrase, and the title of John McLemore's best-selling cookbook series. It's the summation of a life's work in creating delicious food with his world-class master-built cooking products. Oh,
Very
okay.
cool.
Huh, I don't know about that, but I know Dadgum That's Good is definitely a good indicator if somebody's saying it when they're eating your food.
Yeah, specifically like a middle-aged man.
Oh, 100%, 100%. Like,
That's how you know they're
kinda
enjoying
like,
it.
Like more like in 50s, 60s area.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 100%.
Little twang to the
100%.
voice.
I agree. But definitely maybe, again, send in some of those foods that make you, go dadgum. That's good. It is definitely a good day to celebrate, especially if it's chicken.
Yeah, one of my personal favorites is the "get this away from me."
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, that is so common in the Midwest. Oh, my gosh. But speaking of all those things, we do have another national day to get into.
Quite a few.
And, yeah, we got a lot of food ones.
Yeah.
But
a few I'd be happy to celebrate.
100%, including this one up next. It's National Fruit Compote Day. This day presents a celebration filled with sweet berries, citrus, and stone fruits to delight the senses. And this is like just a fruit salad, isn't it? It's like a little juicy or something like that.
I think a fruit compote is more like a baked jam.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's like more preservatives.
Yeah.
Like it's like a simple syrup made with berries crushed.
It's like whatchamacallit, like it's like preserves or whatever, but it's just like way more chunky.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like muddled fruit and a simple syrup.
Yeah. No, I remember going over this day last year.
I used to make a blueberry compote all the time, just like simply on the stove with just like a little bit of water, sugar, and blueberries, and I would make it over my pancakes all of the time.
Oh, so it's literally just fruit like cooked in syrup. You just stew it in syrup. Okay.
Yeah, it's just
Nice.
fruit, water, and sugar.
Sweet. That's super cool. Yeah. No, so whatchamacallit, fruit compote, that would definitely be pretty good, like just on its own.
Yeah.
But like when I'm going
you don't
with
even
like
need the water, I guess. You can just do fruit and syrup or fruit and sugar, and it will create its own syrup.
Sweet.
I like using a little bit of water so it's not like super thick. So it's more of like a syrup, you know.
True.
Like how it looks more like that.
It'd be I was about to say it'd be better as a topping for ice creams, like in that picture.
Because I used to make like protein pancakes with chia seeds and the Kodiak cakes, and so I would make this all the time to put on top of it instead of syrup because I'm not like a syrup gal.
Yeah, I got that. Especially when you're making those kinds of pancakes.
Oh,
to
absolutely.
Be honest. But we do have Legion Girl over at VFW Shakopee taking away $42 on the Must-Go prize. Nice job to you, Legion Girl, taking that one away. But happy Fruit Compote Day. It is totally a good one to say. What's your favorite combination that you could make?
Oh, like blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries.
Mine would probably be like strawberry and blueberry, just straight up, like just those two. Because like
I like a triple berry mix. That's like my.
I would love that too, but it's like I don't want to deal with all the seeds.
I don't
even
care.
Yeah.
Because I get preservatives. I don't get jams. Like I get my raspberries with this, like my jams with the seeds and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I don't even care.
Yeah, I see. It's just raspberries. Like they just have so many seeds in them. Sometimes I just can't handle it a little bit. I don't know. Like I'm just kind of a stickler about the whole like.
No,
seed
I completely
thing.
get it because I'll get strawberries that have too hard of seeds on the outside, and I will feel super weird about it because they're like bitter, you know.
Yeah.
And I understand, but.
Yeah. This is definitely kind of what stops me.
With my darker berries, I love them.
Yeah, blackberries though, it doesn't really stop me, to be honest. I've always liked blackberries a lot more than raspberries.
Oh, I'm just a berry fanatic, really.
Because like it kind of has that darker, sweeter flavor to it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's just what I'm about here at the. I don't even know where I'm at.
The mothership.
The mothership.
That's what I call us.
100%. But happy National Fruit Compote Day. It's definitely a good one to celebrate. But up next, it is another good food day to celebrate. Oh, okay, wait. Before we get into the next one, though.
This is good. We should talk about what's our daggum that's good meal. Ben has given us ours already and promptly given us this prompt. And his daggum that's good meal would be like good orange chicken and fried rice.
Yeah, dude, you know what's funny is my grandpa, we used to have that like all the time when I lived in Florida with him. He would literally just make orange chicken himself and then go out and pick up rice from the Asian takeout place.
That's so funny.
And because it'd be perfect rice like every single time. He'd always get like a vegetable fried rice.
Yes.
And we'd just throw the chicken on top of it, and it was insane. It was always great. So I definitely, I agree with that. That is definitely a good meal to have.
My daggum that's good meal would have to be like a roast, like a crock pot roast with mashed potatoes and like carrots and gravy all in like a hearty like just good for your soul meal. You know, that's my daggum that's good meal.
Man, if I am like super hungry and I just want to like chow down on something, it might just be like a really good chicken like noodle soup. Like that would like really like fill me up and make me feel good too, because it's very like healthy for you too. So chicken noodle soup, tuna casserole, to be honest,
tuna
like with the fried onions on top. You know what I'm saying? Yep. That one's really good. I think like a good potato like in bacon soup is like super. I really like soup a lot.
Love
Yeah.
potato bacon. Loaded potato soup
Yep.
is so good. Even just like potato leek soup is so good.
Yeah,
like,
dude. Yeah.
I have seen this.
Yeah.
There's this woman who has a little bit higher of a pay grade than common folk.
Yep.
But she just like posts the most amazing food ever, and she goes to this hoity-toity place in Soho, and she gets this potato leek soup, and it comes with a soft-boiled egg in it, and it's topped with caviar, and it's one of the craziest potato leek soups I've ever seen. But it makes me want to try it with a soft-boiled egg inside so bad.
See, the egg I get, the caviar, I've never had caviar to be honest.
I
so
love caviar.
I don't really know how it would go on soup. Like, especially a potato
I've never
soup.
tried it. I see if my soup was like super hot, I would hate it. I
Really?
would absolutely
It'd have
hate
to be a
having fish
colder-
eggs
oh,
on
like
it.
a cold potato
But
leek soup.
I don't
could see
know.
that.
I don't know the temperature she eats it at.
Yeah.
Like, I have no idea, but it just is so interesting to me.
I know people do have. I've never really had it myself, but I know people like specifically potato and leek soup. That is like a cold dish sometimes.
So good.
But I've never really had potato
I've
leek
had
soup
like
cold.
I've had like leek and bean soup cold.
Oh
you know?
yeah,
like, I've
yeah,
had
with all the
some of
different
those.
beans
Yeah.
in it. Yeah.
But that's like my Ukrainian grandmother.
Yeah. my grandma, she makes a bean dish too. She just makes a ton of beans in it.
Yeah.
And she just puts bacon on it, and it's so good when there's bacon on it.
That's what my
man.
dad does with his baked beans. He
Yep.
does
oh,
like
the
Dr.
just big pot of baked beans with
Yep,
bacon.
and bacon,
Yep.
and he does molasses and brown sugar on it, so
Yep.
it like candies the whole thing, and he
Yep.
smokes it, and it's
Yeah.
so good.
I've never done the smoking part of that, but the bean
You gotta
part,
come to my
everything
house on
else we've
Easter.
done.
It's good.
Oh man, I see like
It's
that's my
good.
favorite dish. Like okay, some of my favorite dishes is literally that.
Yeah.
Cheesy potatoes, super good.
Do you like them like cheesy, or do you like them like scallopy?
Cheesy.
Yeah.
So like kind of like almost hash browned
Yes.
potatoes. You know what I'm talking about? Just mixed with a ton of cheese. I was about
Yeah.
to say something, but a ton of cheese. That's super good. Even au gratin, like the scalloped
Yeah.
potatoes, I really like a lot. But we do got a couple winners. We got SNS Arrett over at J&J Bowling Center and Bones Baby over at Benton Station. Both of them splitting up $55.70. Nice job to you guys. But yeah, no, I agree with Ben on the orange chicken, and there's just so many comfort foods that I really like a lot. The chicken and gnocchi soup from Olive Garden.
So
Yeah,
good.
that's the only thing I'll ever get there. Soup, salad, breadsticks. That's it.
So good.
Yeah.
See, I never know what to get at Olive Garden.
Really?
And so when I was like a high schooler, because I don't think I've gone to Olive Garden in like years,
I haven't been in a while either.
but I used to get those fried lasagna bites.
Oh,
Little
yeah.
lasagna fritas.
Yeah, I've never had those.
So
yeah, I've never had
good.
those. I
So
literally,
good.
I tried to get spaghetti one time from Olive Garden, and like I didn't like it.
Really?
Yeah, I went with a couple friends one time, and like
I
it
make
was.
my own pasta.
Yeah, I would rather make my own pasta
I'd
too.
so much
Yeah,
rather just have penne noodles and meat sauce at home.
100%. And
That's
so
like my favorite red sauce pasta.
yeah, that's the thing. And I went to Olive Garden. I was like, I've never gotten anything
Yeah.
else other than soup. So I was like,
Let's try
it's
it.
an Italian restaurant. The pasta
How
has to
bad
be
can
good.
the spaghetti be?
Exactly. And so I just got spaghetti and meatballs, and it was so bland, and
Was it?
I had to put salt and pepper on it, and
Yeah.
my friend was like, why are you putting salt and pepper on your noodles? I'm like, what?
'Cause
So
it
make
doesn't taste like
better.
anything.
Yeah, dude, I want to just eat like
Pepper
water.
is one of the best things you can put on pasta.
Dude, thank
Any
you.
mac and
Yeah.
cheese, Alfredo.
And I don't care. I will put
anything.
salt on it. I
Oh,
don't care.
I don't care either.
Yeah, no.
If there's no flavor, I will literally put my own basil in it. I
yes,
will
dude.
put
I'll
anything.
put Old Bay on it. I don't
Literally.
care. Like it's so funny
Could
because
you imagine getting like a shrimp Alfredo and putting Old Bay on it at home? So
yeah,
good.
no, that's the only way you can
It
do
would
it.
just only make it better.
See, I would probably like mix in a little bit, but then just keep it on the top.
That's what I
You
mean.
know what
I just like it
Yeah.
when you like dust it like paprika, you know?
Yep, exactly. But like they treated me like cattle, like I was an animal for doing it. You know what I mean? And I was like, you have never put salt and pepper on
Were you
like
in Sheboygan?
spaghetti? No, here in Mount Pleasant.
Really?
Yeah. It was. I mean, she was Midwest, very Midwestern.
I was gonna
as well.
say, like,
Yeah.
how vanilla was she?
Very, very. But she even said like my whole family doesn't do that. Like, and I've never seen anybody do that. And I was like, my whole family does that.
Literally.
And I have met multiple people that have done that. Like, and I was
There's a dish. It's lucky if my dad does not douse it in pepper before he
yeah,
eats it.
dude. And I felt so weird for doing it because, like, I was just like, is this actually weird to do?
No, I promise you it's not.
Thank you, man. No, like, and it's
You're
like,
lucky that restaurants don't put garlic powder on the table, because I would
gosh,
100%
man.
put garlic powder in almost any meal I get from a restaurant.
dude, yeah, if it was on the table, like, I probably would have put it in at the very moment. Yeah, because like it just makes it taste better. I'm sorry about
It does 100%. There's no wrong way to
No,
season.
no, not at all.
You can only do too little.
Yeah, no, so don't listen to people. Whatever tastes good to you, just put it on there. I don't care if you're putting sardines on your spaghetti, man. Ben, you horrible monster. All the
Okay.
Ruggles just
I was gonna say,
shaking
I
right
do
now.
not want to hear a single thing about taste buds from a Ruggles.
No, not at all. So- oh man, Ben. So funny. I love it. I love it. Well, thank you, Ben, for checking in.
Yeah.
But-
With your awesome contribution.
that's right. That's right. But of course, we do have some more food to talk about.
Yeah, this one he'll be okay with.
That's right. That's right. Because it is National Peanut Butter Lovers Day. And yeah, peanut butter. One day is not enough to recognize peanut butter because the goober has been paired, blended, and added with many tasty results. And I agree. It is just one of those very versatile foods.
You know, I actually really like the goober jars. With the
my mom she can't buy them. She couldn't buy them anymore because she would just eat it. And you know what's funny is she told me a story one time. She babysat for this family, and they were a very like well-off family
Okay.
back then. So like they always had stocked food,
Yeah.
stocked kitchen, and they always had the goober peanut butter and jelly. And she'd always go over there and like she'd like almost eat their jar like every time.
so
Like she just eat it with a spoon. And I'm like, dude, you went
It's
in
so
somebody's
gross.
house and just like ate their goober jar? Like, come on.
I can see your mom doing that.
Dude, she loved it. It
Oh
was
my
so funny.
gosh. That's-
But yeah, that's why she couldn't get it anymore. She just
My
couldn't do
dad
it.
did that too. He would only get goober jars when
Yeah.
we'd go camping and
Yeah.
stuff
Oh,
like that.
it's such a good camping food. That is like a great idea.
You'd just
That's a
be eating
great
it.
idea. Like I'd probably just have a piece of bread, like,
Oh
and
my
just
gosh.
like.
I would dip graham crackers in it when we did
That's a
have
good
it.
idea. That's a really good
It was
idea.
really good.
See, I probably would have loved that in high school because graham crackers were like my first snack at
yeah.
every turn. You know what I mean? Like graham crackers
Graham
and milk.
crackers
It
are
was
so
just the
good.
great. But we do have Ripper over at Black Horse Bar
Ooh.
and Delta over at Boathouse Grill and Bar. Both of them splitting up $484 on that one. Over $200 going to the two of you. Nice job to you guys taking away a nice jackpot on this one. But yeah, no, goober is just dangerous. Ben's checking in. I'm just joking, please. I actually do have taste buds. I'm not like the rest. but of course, we do have about 2 minutes left to get into this next game. And in the meantime, we have 2 more national days to get into. And this next one is yet another food-related one.
That's right. It's National Sun-Kissed Citrus Day. As Natural Sun-Kissed Citrus Day, it honors the rich history of California citrus. It recognizes the legacy of a multi-generational family-owned Sun-Kissed citrus farms and celebrates the many health and wellness benefits that Sun-Kissed citrus provides.
Yeah. No, I looked up. They have a ton of flavors. And they've
Wow.
had a ton of flavors in the past.
Yeah,
but
I've always seen the staple 5,
yes.
but I hadn't seen those 4 that are underneath.
Yeah, I've never really seen them either, to be honest.
There's peach, fruit punch, berry lemonade, and a mango something. I can't read that.
mango
It's too far
orange.
away.
Mango orange. I feel like the mango orange would be good.
For sure.
Berry lemonade. That just sounds like blue raspberry, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel like I'd
Um,
like that.
Yeah, it'd
Because
be
I'm a sucker
okay.
for anything blue.
Yeah, true. Fruit punch. Depends. Fruit
It depends.
punch, I'm really
I
hit
feel
and miss
like
on.
because fruit punch and peach specifically, I feel like if they're like too thick, I
Yep.
really would not like that. You
I-
know
I
how it's
agree.
like almost syrupy.
Yeah, because it just sometimes like they just make it way too sugary and
Yes.
sweet, whereas like I can't taste
Mango
it.
drinks have that sometimes as well.
Dude, I agree. I agree with that. You know what's crazy? I actually got this pineapple juice the other day, and it had pineapple juice, obviously.
Yum.
It had lemon juice in it, and it had
Okay.
mango puree in it.
Yum.
It was so good. It was
Yum.
literally just the simply pineapple juice, and it was insane. I really liked it a lot. But they also have a pineapple flavored Sunkissed, which I
Very
feel like
cool.
would probably be good. I have
Oh,
faith in
absolutely.
Sunkissed,
Especially
yeah.
if you're mixing like a mixed drink or something with
Ooh.
that. Like, I feel like that would be pretty good. I feel
Very
like the
true.
hangover would not be worth it because there's sugar up the wazoo in a sun kiss.
100%.
But yeah, it would definitely taste tastes really good. And if sugar doesn't affect you the way it affects me when I drink alcohol, then go for it.
I feel like I would like the cherry limeade as a
Oh,
mixer
absolutely.
more. Yeah.
Cherry limeade is such a good flavor
It
for
is
anything.
really good. I agree.
Slurpees are so good with cherry limeade.
But so I mean, what would be your favorite like out of the ones you've tried though? Because like I've honestly for Sunkist, I've only had like the orange and grape before.
I was gonna say I think I've only had the orange and grape.
Yeah.
I don't think I've had any of the other ones.
I haven't ever seen any of I don't think I've even seen these.
Honestly, I think I like the grape.
The grape.
Yeah, more
Yeah.
than orange.
I would say grape too, just because I don't really like orange drinks that much
don't
in
either.
general.
Yeah.
So because like they have too much bite
I
to them.
like the
sometimes.
Henry's hard sodas. Those are pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they orange as well?
They have
Oh, okay.
orange, they have grape, they have root beer.
Is that the
They're
one?
alcoholic.
Oh.
They're kind of like Not Your Father's, but
Okay.
yeah.
I gotcha. Well, hey, Sunkist, maybe send in what your favorite Sunkist flavor is, since it is indeed their day to celebrate.
Yeah.
So, yeah, happy National Sunkist Day.
Absolutely.
But for this last one, it is technically not a food day, but it could be.
I'll be celebrating it as a food day.
100%. It's National Pig Day. It's so sad to say, but I mean, it recognizes the domesticated pig. This holiday includes events and domesticated.
Oh,
Yeah.
I will not be eating.
So I guess I won't be eating domesticated pigs. But this this holiday includes events and celebrations at zoos, schools, nursing homes, and sporting events around the United States. Pig parties, pig parades, and gatherings with pig collectibles are some of the other commemorated National Pig Day events.
Absolutely.
Yeah, people that have pigs as pets like are obsessed with them.
I used to want one when I was a kid.
Yeah, like one of the miniature like dwarf
Yeah.
pigs or whatever. Yeah, those are so cute. I feel
Yeah,
like.
and then my aunt had a farm, and I really wanted a big potbelly for a while.
Oh,
and then I
yeah.
started seeing things about potbellies eating people, and I got scared of them really
Wow,
quickly.
Yeah, there's a lot of cases of just like if there's just a person
You fall down and can't get up. You're gonna get eaten.
exactly. It's just one of those things where it's like they just eat anything. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? They don't
and
really
like,
care.
and I was like 6 or 7 at the time, and so it scared me, and so
100%.
it scared me out of the dream of having
You're
a
like,
potbelly
"Wait,
pig.
what about
But
Charlotte's Web?"
I used to really want a pig. I thought that it was super awesome. I used to want to live on a farm. I wanted goats. I wanted like the whole 9 yards.
Yep. No, man, I heard a little bit too many horror stories from my grandpa about like living on a ranch and stuff like
Really?
that. Yeah, because like they would. Yeah, I mean, obviously living on a ranch, like you're making like you're raising these like things in order to sell them and to butcher them and stuff, which is like I have no issue with.
Yeah.
But I just don't think I could do it firsthand. You know what I mean?
I would get way too attached to the animals,
thank you.
especially
Yep.
cattle. Like
Yep.
I would not be able to handle that. Chickens and not so
100%.
much. I don't really care.
Yeah, because
but like,
meat chickens are a lot different than
and
regular
they're just
chickens.
and they're not like there, you know.
Yes,
Whereas like
yes.
cows feel emotions.
I agree. But before we go further, Red over at American Legion Fridley has $102 going their way. Nice job to Red, taking away that big double must go on this game.
Nicely done.
We only got about 2.5 minutes left to get into the next one, so be sure to get enrolled. But yeah, I agree. Especially because like I don't know if you know the difference between like meat chickens and regular chickens.
Yeah.
But like there's a pretty like I owned both of them at the same time one
Okay.
time, and meat chickens are nasty. Like
Yeah.
they're dirty. They're not nice. They're really fat. Like they're just not the same animal
No,
almost. Yeah.
hens and roosters, like proper farm ones that are meant for like roosters
nesting
doing
and
theirs,
all that
and
stuff.
with egg production, that's
Yep.
completely different than like
100%.
mass producing.
I agree. Yeah, just these like genetically modified monsters. Like they weigh like 20 pounds each as birds.
Literally.
You're like, how do you get that
like,
big?
why are you as big as a turkey?
Yeah, like that's not supposed to be a thing.
No.
No, it's not cool. But happy National Pig Day.
Cool.
It is definitely a good way to celebrate. But just know it's about domesticated pigs, so you can't. Oh my gosh. I couldn't cook Ollie. Ollie's a dog. He's a little puppy. Ben's just saying, if I had to cook my dog for survival, I would do it right
You're the
now.
horrible monster.
It's so funny. Oh no. That's so
Tell
bad.
Ian you said that.
Ian just like sprints to Florida right now. No! Leave him alone.
Well, happy National Pig Day. If
100%.
you guys want to celebrate, have some pork. Don't eat a domesticated pig.
No, they're nice. They're nice.
But as our twins are in the off season, we don't have much to talk about. But we will keep you guys updated with all the things happening with their salary cap, their renewals, and who everything is going to be happening with their team in the next coming season. And in the meantime, if you want to show your support for them, you can play the awesome eTab game called TwinsWin. You can pick a lucky batter in the home run derby bonus round and end up taking home some some Grand Slam prizes if you win. But you guys are just have about 30 seconds to get enrolled in this game number 9. We have just about 3 more games left with you guys. As you guys take home these awesome jackpots, we actually have standings that you guys take home points for as well. And I'm going to let you take the player side away.
100%. Starting it off in 10th place, it's Bucko over at the Green Lantern with 27,000 points. 9th place is Rich over at Shady's Rail side with 28,000 points, only 1,000 points ahead. In 8th place, it's Mike over at Big Louie's Bar and Grill in New Brighton with 29,000 points, again, only a 1,000-point difference. Moving up into the next spot, it's a two-way tie in 6th place between Call Me Jen over at JR Mac and Mindy May over at HR Pesties. They have 30,000 points. Again, only 1,000 points separating. In 5th place, another 1,000 point difference. It's Sydney over the Main Street Bar in Hopkins with 31,000 points. All of those players extremely close, one after another, only 1,000 points away. So definitely expect to see a lot of shakeups happening very soon. In 4th place, though, they got a pretty decent lead, about 13,000 points ahead. It's Spike over at Maynard's of Excelsior. They have 44,000 points in 4th place. In 3rd place, we have Bowl over at the Corner Bar in Goodhue with 48,000 points. 2nd is Tanya over at Plum's Neighborhood Bar and Eatery with 54,000 points. And 1st place is Bobo over at Corner Bar in Goodhue with 65,000 points. Nice job to all the players in the top 10. You guys are doing a great job as of now. But these location standings are looking crazy too.
Oh, absolutely. And starting off in 10th place, we have VFW Spring Lake Park. They currently sit with 57,000 points. Then with 58,000 in 8th place, we have the Chart House. They were recently left behind from a tie that they were in with Outtakes, only for Outtakes to form a different tie. They now sit in 7th place, tied up with JR Mac. They both currently sit with 64,000 points. JR Mac was pushed back from 6th place while forming that tie with Outtakes in 7th, and moving on up from their original spot in 7th to now take over 6th, we have Maynard's of Excelsior. They now sit with 67,000 points. Getting pushed back from 4th to 5th, we got Shady's Railside. They currently sit with 72,000. With 73,000 points. Moving on up from 5th to 4th, we have Flamers. 3rd place, though, it's the Sherwood Lounge. They currently sit with 77,000. 2nd place is Corner Bar in Goodhue. They have 128,000 points. And in 1st place, it's Corboni's Pizza CR Billiards. They currently sit with 158,000.
Awesome stuff. Hey, good job to all the locations and players in those standings. You guys are doing a great job so far in this season. But we do have a winner. It's Keith over at Shortstop in Fridley, taking away $22 on the Musco. Nice job to you, Keith. But moving on into this next game, we do have a little E-Tab business going on. We got over 70 different charitable E-Tab games, so if you guys ever feel like taking a break from that scheduled bingo games, we got a lot of E-Tab games you guys can try out. And you can play any of those 70 games anytime to win huge prizes up to $1,500. All of these games have small bets between 50 cents and $5, and awesome bonus and free play rounds on top of all that. So definitely check them out, including our brand new one that just came out, the reworked version of Finnegan's Gold. They're all a lot of fun, and so let us know which one is your favorite.
Oh, absolutely. But there's something else that you guys need to do before Wild Wednesday kicks off tonight at 7 p.m., and that's head on over to pgl.world and sign up. Once you're a member of the Pilot Gambling League, you'll be able to earn those PGL points that happen on our specialty nights. But not just that, you get access to insider information like a monthly newsletter. We also love highlighting all the players who sign up, and doing that just recently, we had T. Verbo Van, Strucker, Pap Hawk, The Pup, Frankie, LLT17, Pink Girl, T Money, Genie 28, Louie, Grammy, Irish Luck, Roxy Ninja, Geo Carjo, and even Rod Jen.
Awesome stuff. Nice job of joining up with the PGL, everybody. Hopefully we can see you getting on those PGL standings here soon enough, because we do got them right in front of us. These players and locations, they all earn points every PGL night, including Wild Wednesday, which is tonight, and MegaSota Game Night, which just happened yesterday. So keep all those good nights in mind and try and get some prizes yourself. But in the meantime, we're going to be getting into these players' side of the standings. I'll let you take it away.
Absolutely, because in 10th place, getting pushed back from 6th after last night, we got Cass Bar over at the Benton Station. They currently sit with 419,000 points. Now coming in from unranked to 9th place, we got the Dugout. They play over at VFW Spring Lake Park, currently sitting with 427,000. Also coming in from unranked this time to 8th place, we got Nixon playing at VFW Roseville. They currently sit with 433,000. Then moving on up from 10th to 7th, we got Yak 2102 at the Rivers Bend Bar and Grill. They currently sit with 452,000 points. Trying to close that gap between them and 6th place as they actually moved up from 9th right ahead, and that's Sloppy playing at Malone's Bar and Grill as they currently sit with 454,000. But with 526,000 points in 5th place, getting pushed back from 4th, we have Day's Dream over at the Monty Sports Bar. Jumping on up from 5th to 4th, we have Devoided playing at the Roadside, who has 542,000 points. Staying put in 3rd place, also playing at the Roadside, this time we have Panda. They currently sit with 633,000 points. 2nd place, it's Cherber over at the Broadway Pizza Brooklyn Park, who currently sits with 649,000 points. And in 1st place, the player who has held on for the last 3 weeks and has not earned a single PGL point in the last 3 weeks. It is Jake over at Eagles Albert Lay, still sitting with that accumulated 666,000. I think after tonight, if they are not out there taking home some wins, we could potentially see Cherber taking over that 1st place spot.
100%. So nice job to those top 10 players. But getting into these top 10 locations, we got 10th place over Eagles Austin, starting it off with 1,541,000 points in 10th place. In 9th place is LJ's in Miltona with 1,557,000 points. In 8th place, we have Leo's Bar in Newmarket with 1,630,000 points. 7th place is Leo's Sports Bar in Mazeppa with 1,650,000 points. In 6th place, we got Cabin Bar in Nicolette with 1,652,000 points. 5th place is American Legion Cleveland with 1,791,000 points. 4th, we got PJ's Supper Club in Avon with 2,229,000 points, looking pretty good. 3rd place is Benton Station in Sauk Rapids with 2,340,000 points. 2nd place is the Alibi of Gilbert with 2,439,000 points. And in 1st place is Eagles Albert Lay with 2,632,000 points. Looking pretty good in 1st place, but everybody's still pretty close together, so we could see some shakeups happening pretty soon.
Oh, absolutely. So make sure you guys are coming out tonight for Wild Wednesday, going from 7 p.m. till 9, and you can check out MegaSota Game Night each and every Tuesday at 6:40. But as you guys know, our Wild were playing, and it ended up happening that they took home a win against the New York Islanders on Tuesday night. It was a 2-1 win. That's some awesome stuff, as Philip Gustafsson made 39 saves and stopped 2 shots in the shootout for Minnesota, which had won 6 of 7 and has a season-high 7-game point streak. Ryan Reeves scored the first time as a member of the Wild, who made 3 points ahead of the Winnipeg for 3rd in the Central Division.
That is awesome stuff. We love to see it. They're just firing on all cylinders right now. But we do have a winner. It's Julabula over at VFW Spring Lake Park, taking away $31 on the Musco. Nice job to you. But we have that next game coming up pretty soon for the Wild. It's going to be the Wild at the Canucks. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's a good matchup right at 9 p.m. tomorrow. So definitely tune in and watch them beat up on the Canucks, hopefully. But as you guys know, we here at Pilot Games have teamed up with the Minnesota Wild. You can play the E-Tab game, Let's Go Wild, today at your favorite Minnesota bar. So check it out. Let us know what you think. In the meantime, though, we do have a little reminder for you guys that whenever you are playing Pilot Games, share those pictures with us. We love to get those pictures and see your guys' happy faces. You guys can see them all the way over there and hashtag Pilot Games, all those awesome player pictures. Whether it's you guys taking a picture with your jackpot or just taking a picture, with your loved one or your friends and family, having fun with playing Pilot Games, send those in on Facebook. You can either send them in directly to us on Facebook, or you can post them with the hashtag Pilot Games, or you can email them directly to us at jackpots@pilotgames.com. So definitely either ways are very, very good ways to send them in. But while we are getting enrolled into this next game, we got a lot of nice prizes on the line.
Oh, yeah.
The minor jackpot's over $140 and 58 balls or less to win. Major is at 50 balls or less to win, and the mega right now is at 45 balls or less to win. But while we are taking a look at those prizes, we do have a little bit of Vikings news to get into.
And as it was last offseason, one of the big questions that the Minnesota Vikings have to face this year is what to do with quarterback Kirk Cousins. Last year, Cousins signed a 1-year contract extension to provide the Vikings with a bit of a salary cap relief and solidify the position for another year. Well, it doesn't sound like that's going to be happening again this year. According to Tom Pellisario of the, I don't know if I said that last name right,
yeah,
but
good, yeah.
he's of the NFL Network, and a 1-year 1-year extension for Cousins is something that is not expected to happen this offseason, with the team likely looking at one of two options for Cousins' deal, either giving him a longer-term extension or simply allowing him to play out his final year of the contract before moving on.
Yeah, so the thing with Kirk Cousins is that he's really middle of the pack. You know, he's either he can play top 10 sometimes, but he's really never like going to be the best in the league. And we kind of know that. He's kind of reached his potential. It is what it is with him. And I feel like the organization knows that. And they're kind of at that point where they might want to move on to a younger, higher ceiling quarterback.
Okay.
So it's interesting, especially with the amount of money he demands. It's just kind of like not working out for us right now. So obviously this year is going to be his last with the Vikings, unless, you know, maybe he
Something else happens.
Exactly. Maybe he convinces them to let him stay for another contract. You never know. But as of right now, this is going to be the last season he's working with the Vikings. But as you guys know, we here at Pilot Games have teamed up with the Minnesota Vikings for the ETAB game, Vikings Victory. You can pick a letter in the Skull bonus and win some big prizes. Definitely check it out. Let us know what you think, and maybe even let us know your thoughts on Kirk Cousins. I know we got a few players out there that don't really like him that much. So definitely let us know your opinions. We love to hear from you guys.
Oh, yes.
So let me check in. We'll send you out a little bit of Pilot Games luck.
Absolutely, but as you guys are playing through this game number 11, our second to last game, before we let you guys loose, we want to jump into some Skull Bingo standings. These are the standings that you guys take home points for when you take home prizes during our happy hour show. During that Skull Bingo, you guys compete against each other, and starting it off in our top 10s, 10th place sits with Lover. They're playing over at American Legion Spicer and currently sit with 49,000 points. Right ahead of them, we have a tie going on in 8th between Sydney over at Maynards of Excelsior and TGR over at KJ's Refuge. They both currently sit with 50,000 points. Then in 7th place, we have Boots playing at Trebek's Bar and Grill. They currently sit with 54,000. With 61,000 points in 6th place, we have Kool-Aid playing at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards. 5th place, though, it's Jelly at American Legion Stillwater. They currently sit with 77,000. With 83,000 points in 4th place, we have Brenda playing at JB's Tavern. Then kicking off the 100,000 point club in 3rd place, we got Call Me Jen over at the Full Tilt Tavern, as they currently sit with 104,000. 2nd place, though, it's Brother Nate at the Chart House. They currently sit with 153,000 points. And leading the pack, closing in on 200,000 points, it is Tanya playing at JR Mac, as they currently sit with 193,000 points.
Looking pretty good for the players. Nice job to you guys getting into the top 10 in the first place. But we do have some locations to get into as well, and we are taking a look at their top 10. But before we go further, we do have Ryan over at the Riverboat Depot in Startel taking away 35 bucks on the must go, just barely missing out on that minor jackpot. We are getting into the last game of the lunch hour bingo, so keep that in mind. But right after this, we're going to have that first game of Lucky 4 Bingo for the day, which is like over $88,000 on the line. So be sure to get a chance at that before you go. But right after that, from 1 to 4 p.m., we're going to be continuing on a little marathon of game day bingo. So if there's a little prize that has escaped you on this last game, feel free to keep on playing all the way from 1 to 4 p.m. because that's all we're going to be doing for game day bingo. But we do have these standings to get into. So starting it off in 10th place, we got Outtakes over at 100,000. We got Outtakes with 100,000 points. 9th place, we got Danny's Dugout with 117,000 points. 8th place is American Legion Stillwater with 123,000 points. 7th is VFW Dilworth with 126,000 points. 6th place is Full Tilt Tavern with 127,000 points. 5th place is Trebek's Bar and Grill with 136,000 points. 4th place, we got Benton Station with 166,000 points. And 3rd place, we got Chart House with 236,000 points. 2nd place is JR Mac with 294,000 points. And finally, 1st place, it is Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards with 297,000 points. Nice job to all the top 10 players and locations. You guys are looking really good. But now that we are getting into the last game, we do have a little bit of some celebrity birthdays to get into. And we got a really big variety of people on here.
That's right. I'll start with the second half, and you can take the last half.
100%.
In 1904, we got Glenn Miller. He is the American band leader and jazz composer. He did the Glenn Miller Orchestra. He did In the Mood, Moonlight Serenade, and A String of Pearls.
Sweet.
Next up in 1910, we got David Niven. He is the British actor. He was in the original Casino Royale as well as the Pink Panther.
Oh, sweet, sweet. Okay, okay. Cool.
Very cool stuff. Next up in 1917, we've got Dina Shore. She is the American singer. She did See the USA in a Chevrolet, and she was an actress and TV personality. She even had the Dina Shore Show, and she was even in the Nabisco DC Championship.
Oh, Burt Reynolds.
Oh.
Yep. I totally forgot. I knew her name, but yeah, she was married to Burt Reynolds.
Yep, that makes sense.
That's awesome. Happy birthday to Dina Shore. That's a cool one.
Yep, in 1926, we got Pete Rozelle. He is the American football executive, and he was the NFL commissioner from 1960 all the way to 1989. And then my final one that I will say is in 1927, Harry Belafonte. He is the Jamaican-American calypso singer. He did the Banana Boat song, and he was also an actor in Buck and the Preacher.
Awesome. That's a really cool one. Happy birthday to Harry Belafonte.
I love that last name so much.
That is a really cool one.
Oh my gosh.
Kind of like, has like a little roller coaster to it.
It is. It's such a nice word to say.
100%. So happy birthday to you. But up next in 1944, Roger Daltrey, English singer and founder of the rock band The Who. Really, really cool. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
But up next, 1957, John Carroll was born, American pop vocalist known for being the Starland vocal band for Afternoon Delight. I know that song. But so happy birthday to John Carroll.
Afternoon Delight.
Such a funny one. Did you ever see that? What was it? The Anchorman.
Anchorman,
Yeah,
yeah.
that one was so terrible. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was.
But it's just one of those crappy comedies
My
that are
dad
just
made
so
me watch
bad
the
to
first
watch.
and second.
Oh my gosh. That's
Like
bad.
this past year, because I had never seen them.
Oh, did he have the DVD set?
No, he rented them on demand.
Nice. I love it. Well, happy birthday to
Yeah.
you, John Carroll, making that scene possible. But in 1970, we got Yolanda Griffith, an American Women's Basketball Hall of Fame center. She won the Olympic gold in 2000 and 2004, won the WNBA Finals MVP in 2005. She played with the Sacramento Monarchs, and she was an all-star 8 different times in the WNBA.
That's crazy.
I mean, just one of the best WNBA players ever. Really, really cool. Happy birthday. Yeah, to Yolanda Griffith. Super awesome. I honestly really like all the crazy like Hall of Famers they have in the WNBA, because like I feel like the WNBA is a lot more talented than people give it credit
Yeah.
for. You know what I mean? But moving on, we do have 1978. Jensen Ackles was born, an American actor known for Supernatural mostly.
Yes.
1987 was Kesha, an American pop singer known for not being on TikTok, but for making TikTok. Not the app, the song.
TikTok,
That's
that
right.
one.
That was Kesha. But in 1994, we got Justin Bieber, the Canadian pop singer and musician known for Baby, Sorry, What Do You Mean,
He's
Boyfriend.
Justin Bieber.
He's Justin Bieber, man. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
But other than that, we do have a lot of stuff going on with this game right now. We got a lot of players one ball away from the must-go. And in the meantime, we got a great player spotlight to get into. But before we do, we got Mama San over at Country Lounge and Sam Law 17 over at Benton Station. Both of them splitting up $50 on the must-go. Nice job to you guys. That minor jackpot will be clicking over to the next game after this next game of Lucky Four, so keep that in mind. But player spotlight, I'll let you take it away.
All right, this past weekend, Slappy was playing at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards while taking home the largest jackpot of $6,801. While playing at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, Slappy actually supported the competition Cheer Spirit Booster Club. They are a nonprofit organization that supports cheer programs, spirit groups, and other organizations, as well as activities that benefit youth. That's a great
Awesome.
jackpot that Slappy got to take home, and an even better charity they supported while playing. You have just about 2 minutes to get enrolled in this round of Lucky 4 Bingo before you guys get to continue going after that minor.
And before we get to the end, though, we did have Bratface67 checking in on the Player Connect app saying, hello, everybody.
Well,
hello
hello.
to you, to Bratface. Awesome stuff. Here's a little bit of Pilot Games. Like, woo. There you go. Have a nice rest of your day, everybody. We'll be seeing you around happy hour. But remember, when you guys play Pilot Games, your community wins. We'll be seeing you guys later.
See ya.
His story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts,
drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Bonus! Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.
Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
Saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Kriesel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous days.
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Creasel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson!
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous days.
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skull, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Creasel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson!
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Perez.